Chodam soki chodam la, jamchu badu dami kyam suchi, dagi chuni gipe sonamki, chola penchik sangye drupasho. Chodam soki chodam la, jamchu badu dami kyam suchi, dagi chuni gipe sonamki, chola penchik sangye drupasho. Chodam soki chodam la, jamchu badu dami kyam suchi, dagi chuni gipe sonamki, chola penchik sangye drupasho.
Okay? For you. Law.
Oh.
Law and Juba.
Lungs.
Lungs become art. You okay? Okay?
Is it an allergy?
Nine hole.
Yeah. Dawa shaman gumbiya. Jila minaya. To son kun choshaka.
From the Yulama? So this is a verse from the Uttara Tantra. And then the verse?
To son kun choshaka. Deji ne meshata. Riya shana lishika.
Oh, maybe I know.
Maybe you know. To son kun choshaka. That's Sanjeevi. Rikte Senjin Chasam here is.
Yeah, so this verse, anyway, he's going to gloss it for me so I can understand it, because Uttara Tantra is very enigmatic anyway. The first line of the verse means something like, all sentient beings in general have the Buddha nature, have the Sangyeki Rik, the Buddha Gotra, the lineage of the Buddha. But this is another term for Buddha nature. So, all sentient beings, therefore, if they are seen in their true Dhammadrupa. Yeah, so if they are seen as they truly
Buddha and the sentient is all same.
Yeah, if they are seen as they truly are, if sentient beings are seen as they truly are, then the Buddhas and sentient beings are the same. Yeah. So, so since all sentient beings have the lineage, the Gotra, which is another name for the Buddha nature, all of them will become Buddhified. Sangya. Yeah. So the Tathagata Garbha, the Buddha nature, normally it's called the Buddha nature. This means like all sentient beings have the lineage of the Buddha and will become Buddhas.
Don't worry, okay?
Okay.
We will become Buddha one day. But we have to put a little water.
Water?
Put a little water, the Buddha nature seed.
The seed.
Pena me Jewish. I talk a little bit story. Shariputra.
Shariputra, yeah. Shariputra, yeah.
Anyway.
So this is about Shariputra. It sounds the same in Tibetan. Sharipu is Tibetan and Shariputra is Sanskrit. It sounds the same. Ananda.
Anyway, this is about Shariputra. And one day,
Yarne, during the spring or summer?
Spring, the monks do something.
Oh yeah, this is the retreat. Yeah,
retreat,
Yarne.
Yarne.
This is the is it the autumn or spring? I forget. The rains retreat.
Spring,
anyway.
spring,
It's the rains retreat. In India, it's whenever the rains come. I don't know if it's spring or autumn.
The monsoon season.
Yeah, they have a rains retreat anyway.
Anyway, I think 1.5 months the monks cannot go outside.
Yeah.
They have to keep some vows during that time.
Mm.
During that time, Buddha also doesn't meet his disciples. After they're coming back, when they meet together, Buddha asked them, "How was your retreat? Are you tired? Are you hungry? Are you having difficult to find food?" He also bow. Geshe. Geshe was Geshe Choa.
Geshe.
Respect. Was it bow? Bow?
Yeah, bow. Yeah.
Bow.
Not chaksa, but
Not
different. Geshe.
Yeah, he said bow. He
Yeah.
bowed the monks.
Chaksa is more like all the way down. This
Bow.
is.
Geshe said, "Ask your trip.
Yeah.
Do you have difficult to find food?" He said, show the monks very respect.
Yeah.
Then Kungawa, Ananda, he saw Buddha doing this. He come immediately in front of Buddha, he prostration, he said, "Hey Buddha, you're the Buddha, you're the highest one.
Mm.
No one above you. But you do the monks do vows.
Mm.
How can come this?" Then Buddha told the story. He avowed monks and very accurate Lord. This is very good merit.
Yeah.
Then they talk about story to Shariputra. During that time, Shariputra.
Shariputra.
Shariputra and Buddha himself also not Shiva enlightenment, just previous many lives. Eons, many back. What's the back side?
Many lives.
Yeah.
Before
Many lives.
Yeah.
Then one India, one part, the one king, he had very strong madness, but he's very rich. Madness was
Yeah, miserliness.
or miserliness.
Yeah.
Then whatever he got, he made gold. Then he put the vases. Then he put the underground.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
hid.
Buried it.
There.
Buried means like hide underground.
There.
Yeah.
Then only he lied. He made 7 vases of gold. Hide the underground. During he is sick almost to pass away. Then he has very strong touch with this goals. This is Shariputra's Pimidana, okay? Now we have we have very strong attachment. But one day we free from attachment. During that time, then Shariputra, that time not Shariputra, but
The king.
He's king.
Shariputra's previous
Previous
incarnation. Yeah.
Reincarnation. Then he has very strong attachment. Then he that's what chasm.
Yeah, he's attached.
Attached. Then
Yeah.
he be born back to snake. Then he protected his vases. He what
His treasure.
He just do this, vases put them together and then underground. Then many years. Then one time, then he has very suffering, very touched. Then one time he said, "Here, feeling. Or maybe I have to make some merit." Then he come and he saw some guy working there. He said, "Hey guy, come here." He said, "Oh no, I'm not coming." He look at it, he doesn't see anything. And he's sitting. The person doesn't see. Then he told again, he said, why, come here. Then he said, "Oh, you're the very dangerous turtle." Turtle,
Poisonous snake. Yeah.
If I come there, you want to kill me. You want No, but you was no, but you.
You will do some harm to me.
I think someone yes.
Yeah.
He said, oh no. If I want to harm, if you come here, not I can harm you for you, but I have some other reason. Can you come here? Then he go there. He said. Then he checking in his place to show his gold. Then he said, please can you offer for the monks? Then, this is not Buddha Shakyamuni monks, there are some other monks, okay? Then he said, he sent with him, he offered to the monks to one lunch for, this gold. During that time, I need to knock, because I want to come there. If you doesn't do this, you doesn't come back, I kill you. It's strong. Then this guy said, okay, I will do it. Then he came one goat. He offered them for the monks. Then he said, oh, this is some person, damages to animal scent. He speaks to woman, but he wants to lunch. So I need to then know what date you accept the lunch. He want to come see that. They said, okay, we will do. Then they give some, specific training. Then the woman, this guy, go back to, he want to, bring that snake. The snake always waiting, he want to go there. Then he saw the very far away, the person coming back. He's very happy. Then he go there, then he put the snake some back, the India some carry back, put there. Then go to the monastery, he put a lot of, flowers on the rock, then snake become there, they can sit. Then monks have lunch, after lunch they wash their hands, then they teach the snake.
They teach?
Yeah, teach. The monks teach for snake.
Yeah, they taught the snake.
Yeah, taught the snake. Then, during that time, the snake, immediately he passed away. He passed away, he born through that. Before then, he also offered all the gods to the monastery, the monks. During that time, the snake guy, Shariputra, who is carrying the snake, this is a Buddha Pivitala. You got it?
Yeah.
This is a short story anyway. Right now we have very strong attachment and angry. But if we do our work, one day Buddha's nature become. Okay? Therefore, we all have Buddha's nature. But we need to put some water, otherwise it doesn't grow up. Then he's that pay taking logic the Kala was no.
Okay, so why is it that he provides this story as an example? It's because I think this is the verse, right, from Yulama, the same Tok Kanesuri.
Oh, this is there's a
Tok Sadma.
Oh yeah, also one Buddha says Soksana Sonam Sabris. Sonam Yana Tabi tension of the Grace, Sonam Dam, Sonam Nama, they do not country set rock. Sonam they be some of this Buddha text.
So these are two different verses. The first one that he said is if you accumulate if you amass the accumulations, so that means like merit and wisdom, then the lineage, the Buddha lineage will be awakened. So this is a term in Tibetan, Rik Seba, which means literally you already have this lineage inside you, and by amassing these accumulations, it will wake up. So, and then the other one which he said was, if you amass merit, then you will be able to accomplish the benefit of other sentient beings and also diminish completely the, I don't know, what did you say, negativities or something? Yes, suffering, all of it will be diminished. So these both have to do with accumulations, so doing the work, making your pile. Yeah, so at first Shariputra was reborn actually as the snake protecting the treasure because of his intense attachment.
Right? Same as maybe worse than us right now. But after he could meditate, then Buddha's nature come out. Then right now is a Shariputra is next to the Buddha Shataman. Anyway, there are a lot of stories, fills enough, Buddhas, Therefore, now,
so what are we going to talk about today?
we need meditation to shamatha.
Shamatha?
You guys check me shamatha?
Yeah. Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah.
Maybe the object, the mikvah, is migewa.
in the forest.
In the time, yaporesi, yaposhira, tenedata narasu jela sanji.
Yeah, so we all in general have the Buddha lineage.
Therefore, we do little virtues, then one day, hope, the energy become open.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is like, in general, the idea is to accumulate to amass the accumulations and to purify the sins. This is a basic idea. So what exactly is it to amass the accumulations and purify the sins? Kola tat. This is the end of samsara.
Right? We need to end of the samsara.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
Therefore, Buddha teach to four noble truths.
Yeah. Four noble truths.
Four noble truths. Do Dhamashira. And Nanzo Namba Sanjivegi. Nyamsa Laja. Pat Torja Majaro. But Dhamashina degrees.
Okay, so in order to put into practice Buddhism, like the practice of Buddhism, we have things which we take up, and then other things which we give up, like which we throw out. These are the teachings in the Four Noble Truths.
Kola Jupi. Kola Jupi Dogsina. The much Trangi was. Kola Jupa.
Yeah, Kola Jupa, how was it?
The Mashi Trangi was.
Changeba. Changdangeba.
Yeah.
Changi.
Yeah, Tangi.
Yeah. So entry into samsara is the Changi. I don't know. This is hermeneutics, I think, anyway.
Changi is.
What I mean?
I think this is enough. No more, no left.
Okay. Oh, Changwa Chang, the number. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
No left, no
So,
left.
okay, sorry. Let me revise. There's another term, Chang'e, which sounds similar to Chang'e. They sound almost the same. Anyhow, what he's saying is that the Four Noble Truths, in terms of like entering samsara, exiting samsara, these are totally sufficient. There's no more and no less. The number is definitive of these four. This is what you need to know.
Okay? 단 코발은 주발라 가르치는 게 왔잖아.
So why is it that, how is it that we enter samsara?
And you guys know? So anybody knows? Everybody knows Four Noble Truths, right?
Causes.
Sorry. No, this is okay.
By having a body, by having a mind-body complex, a body, an animal, a person, anything like that.
There are various causes that bring us to. What was the question again? To birth in samsara.
How is it that we enter?
Right.
How is it that we enter samsara?
Right. Yeah.
And then that was koala jubala. That Geshe
Yeah. So
one cause and one.
yeah.
result.
Yeah. So entering samsara has one cause and one result, is what he's saying.
Right?
Yeah.
What is cause? 사실 좀 전 되게 담보 주상서가 누가 시바시 금주 빵와샤스.
So first the Buddha taught Dungal Shi.
시바시. Understand.
Dungal Shibashi. So understanding the basis of suffering, the ground of suffering.
Then 금주 빵와샤스.
And then abandoning the origin of suffering. So these are the first two truths.
Okay.
So the first one is suffering. This is like the tango, demba tango di devura.
Dunga.
Dunga demba yene di kerang lapson di gyuchik on devu. Di devura.
Dunga tabatin drawachi, kuti tabatin drawa.
Gyu. Yeah. So the first of the Four Noble Truths is suffering, which is he called this like the dunga shi gisheba, right? Dunga shi sheba. Understand it?
Dunga shiba sheba. Understand the suffering.
Yeah. So
first Buddha taught. First Buddha teaching on some Varanasi he said, Dunga shiba sheba is understand or identify suffering.
Yes.
Then kunju pāṅsha means
abandon the origin of suffering.
Okay.
So the first of these two, he said before that one is a cause and one is a result. The first one is actually the result.
Yeah.
The second one is the cause.
Okay.
The origin of suffering.
Now how you see the suffering? That dunga. Now first we have to identify suffering. Then we check that the cause, where they come from. Right? Dunga, suffering has three, right? What's that?
Yeah.
Dunga, jivi,
Yeah. The suffering of suffering, the suffering of change, and then the all-pervasive suffering.
This is all we know, right? We all desire this suffering.
What?
Desire? No, maybe not.
No.
How kind of desire? Did do about
Another younger. We are feeling what is it?
Experience.
Experience, yeah. Oh yeah.
We experience these suffering.
Okay. we all have experience of suffering, right? That means now we know the sufferings. Then they check to what the cause. You check the cause. First, Buddha teaches Dunga Dhamma. You need to understand and identify Dunga Dhamma. Suffering. The reason, usually, the reason he teach to Dunga Dhamma Shepa Guba.
So the Guba. So the reason he taught first the suffering, the truth of suffering, is to Guba. Guba, like respect.
Reason.
Gyuzen, okay. Because is as a reason.
Therefore, not Dunga. Dunga is 사실 energy 풍부. 다 그래. 그게 되는데요. 다 좋아. Anyway, the suffering changes, suffering then the three is the result from the kunju dhamma.
From the origin.
Then we have to check, we know to identify the suffering, we need to check where it comes from. If this cause,
yeah. Whether or not it has a means of being given up or tossed out, getting rid of.
Then we have to, this kunju is what?
This is the origin he's talking about. So the origin means karma and afflictive emotions. So then when they say the origin of suffering, really that's a phrase which actually means karma and afflictive emotions. And then among these like afflictions and karma or whatever, the primary one is ignorance.
Ignorance. Ignorance, they do something, actions, then lay. Yes.
And then ignorance creates actions. Actions, the word for actions is karma. Actually, this means action in Sanskrit. So then those... Okay, so I'll try to... So the cause is ignorance, right?
Yeah, ignorance.
It's the primary cause. And then there are three, which is... There are two ignorance. Okay, there are two types of ignorance, one which is the origin of suffering, and one, or not, the origin of action, and one which is the origin of afflictive emotions. And the origin of karma, of action, has three. The first is meritorious activity. Yeah. So, for example, an example of meritorious action is like a human rebirth. This is an example of karma, sonam of meritorious karma. So.
Then
yeah, and then an example of non-meritorious karma, which is the second one, is a rebirth in one of the lower realms, like a bad rebirth.
Okay.
And then unwavering karma or neutral karma, this will be the third one. An example of that type of karma, which neither falls to the meritorious side nor the non-meritorious side, is like the first, second, third, fourth, like absorptions, those like form and formless realms.
Now we wish to born next life to human. Then we do create something cost.
So this karma, how
we create the cost to born human.
Okay. Yeah. So he's talking about the karma which is used to attain a human rebirth. The karma which you have to do.
Yeah, then we do something, wish to born next level human being. This was a motivation. Then we do some, virtuous activity, do virtuous things. This activity create the karma to born human being. Then we wish to Bhagara,
the first two, the form and formless realm. Basically the absorptions. These you attain through the absorptions which we discussed before.
Yeah, you think about, I need to born there. Then you have this strong motivation. Then you create some karmas. You make some actions. Then you born there. Then you create this karma. Then you do bad things, you go to hell. we create karma. Karma is action, Then we explain three.
Yeah, three. So the three does everyone get the three? So the three types of karma that are source for rebirth in samsara are virtuous or meritorious karma, non-meritorious karma, and then karma which is neither of those two. The term in Tibetan is literally like unwavering karma. It doesn't fall to one side or the other. It's neutral. Yeah, like one of the how do we even say that? I forget how we say it. Anyway, the different migrations, like the places you can be born. Kesa literally means like the birthplace. Anyway, so the birthplaces can be higher realms, lower realms, this life, here, there. These are all karmically determined.
Therefore, ta kunjula, late kunjula, ta kama kunjuna was. They all karma can be
Yeah. So you guys understood, you just said the same thing in English. So all of the karmas come from the truth of the origin of suffering that contains all karma. Okay, so then so there were two types of origin that we talked about. One was the karmic one, the other one is the afflictions. The afflictions includes within it, like, yeah, 6 root afflictions. I don't know. There are 20 or 21. 20. I think 20. Okay, we'll say 20. You guys agree, so I'll follow you. So 20 secondary afflictions. Yeah, so the main ones, like the really heavy ones, are the ones that we are familiar with, the hatred, attachment, these kind of things. Okay, so then in relation to engaging in these types of actions under the influence of these types of afflictions, then you have, as a result of that, the birth in any of the 6 types of migrations in samsara. Yeah, and this is the Dematambo. This is the first truth. So these two truths are related. So yeah, so then in this way, the entry into samsara is comprised in the first 2 truths of the Noble Truths that explain the source, the origin, and also samsara itself, like suffering, the migrations that you get born into.
Okay, now we finish it.
Yeah, so we finished the first 2, the truth of suffering and the truth of the origin, and then the second, what did you say?
Now, then you know the kunju, then you understand kunju, then you check, we check. Oh, this kunju yedame, kunju pawa,
okay, so now that we understand the source, kunju is the source. Once you understand that there is a source to this suffering, next you have to investigate, can this source be gotten rid of or not? Is it possible to get rid of this source or not? And then we have the latter 2, right?
Then we understand available to free from the source.
Yeah.
Then Buddha teach to go there. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You have to go there. Go there means
yes, the truth of cessation. So the answer to this question, if it's possible or not to get rid of the source of suffering, is the truth of cessation. Yes, it is. Buddha said, yes, it is. So what's the method for doing that? So then the method for doing that is meditating on the path and moving through the stages of the path, and this is called the truth of the path. So anyway, the first 2 he said there are cause and effect, cause and result that characterize the entry into nirvana. The result being suffering, the first truth, and the cause being the origin of suffering, the second truth. For the second 2, there are, let's see, he was trying to figure out if you say cause and result or whatever, but dendel, which I think means just basically one of our professors gave us a great translation for this. I always forget. Vanderkuyp. How does Vanderkuyp say dendel? I forget. Opportunity. That's what it is. The opportunity. So the second 2 are like opportunity, which means like, there's some possibility. Things are right. If things come out the right way, or if things are arranged in the right way, it's possible. So these second two are spoken of not in terms of cause and effect, but in terms of opportunity.
Okay.
Yeah. So the truth of the path. So the truth of the path is actually the method by which we are able to get rid of the origin of suffering, or in other words, the truth of the path is the method which substantiates the truth of cessation. So, yeah, so when you abandon the truth of the origin of suffering, when you finally get rid of that, what do you obtain? You obtain the truth of cessation.
Then be free from samsara.
Okay, so then what is the path by which one is able to abandon the truth of the origin and obtain the truth of cessation? This is primarily the path that's characterized by realization of emptiness. Yeah, why is this? Is because the root of the origin in samsara is ignorance.
The
opposite of that, right? Yeah, the opposite of ignorance is the wisdom realizing emptiness.
Because the wisdom realizing emptiness make
yeah.
Yeah.
So it clears up the obscurity of ignorance, like kind of the darkness of ignorance is dispelled by the wisdom realizing emptiness.
We say, if he doesn't know,
Ka.
maybe anybody know Ka.
Ka is the first letter of the alphabet.
Yeah,
I think he used this example before.
Anyway, Tibetan was if people doesn't know Ka, they're ignorant to Ka, right? If they doesn't know Ka, they're ignorant, they're ignorant. If they know Ka, this person has wisdom to know Ka. This wisdom destroys the other person, not understand this.
Yeah. Can everyone understand? So he's saying like Ka is like the first letter of the alphabet. So it's like saying when you learned the alphabet, for example, at one point you didn't know even the letter A. So you were ignorant of the letter A. You wouldn't even be able to recognize it if you saw it. After you learned the letter A, that ignorance is gone forever.
Correct.
So yeah, it's completely gone. It's like there's no possibility that that it would even be there. So,
now we are all ignorance, all phenomena, all things. We think we know everything, but we don't know. Right?
Oh no.
What is the say? Shunju Naraya.
huh?
Shunju Nara. Shunju Nara. What's that? Guide to the Bodhisattva.
Oh, Chuju?
Shunju.
Sorry.
Shunju.
Shunju.
I have to learn
I need to learn the commentary.
I need to learn Tama.
We can meet in the middle somewhere.
Shunju.
Yeah. Shuju?
Shunju le ro. And Shunju le. And got it. Dunga told the same jump. Dunga jala remember. Deva told the same jump. Devi to the daughter Jumsa.
So this is a verse from the Bodhicharyavatara.
Then you want to free from what we call suffering, but you running to cause to the suffering.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Then you wish to happiness, but you distort
The cause of happiness.
caused happiness.
Yeah, I remember that verse.
Now you got it?
Yeah.
Therefore now this is hard. We have ignorance, we doesn't know. Then that ignorance, he is the root of samsara to burn, right?
Yeah, he's the root of the root.
Okay. Then that lamde toni top shara.
Yeah, so the truth of the path is the wisdom realizing emptiness, essentially.
He is what kind of, he knows reality, all phenomena, all things. Then he make the ignorant
Poof.
poof.
He dispels it.
Okay? Therefore, not today, I think we have to talk about Shirakila.
Yeah, so now we reach the perfection of wisdom.
Okay? I think you guys really cheap Tamabari.
So now we can do Longtong.
Now we have to learn.
Vipassana.
Okay? First, we can read to. What was it? Sumchutamba.
Sumchu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can read together Sumchutamba.
Okay, so we'll read number 30. It's on page
You guys have learned today.
17.
Sumchutamba is a Tamba.
So then, we'll all read together. Okay, everybody ready? Since the 5 perfections without wisdom cannot bring perfect enlightenment, along with skillful means cultivate the wisdom which does not conceive the 3 spheres as real. This is the practice of Bodhisattvas.
Okay, now everybody have a little bit idea to come about it, right? How you keep come about it.
Conceptually, yes.
An idea, yeah.
다음 also called Shine. We have achieved the Shine come about. We are very desire. Desire.
Condescending.
Dewa knows.
Oh, is it? Yeah, we are very happy.
We are happy to.
Xinjiang, right?
Yeah, physical and.
Physically and mentally supple, like you feel very good. Yeah.
Then during the datum, you check the object. That's check object on the shelf.
Yeah, so check.
Check.
Yeah. Chetapu. So the Changwei Le,
push.
Yeah, pulling. So the from drawing your mind to analyze the object. So this is like he's saying, like once you've achieved the Shine, so you can now settle completely, perfectly, calmly, and focus on something without losing your attention, right? Now, to draw the mind to analyze that object, this is the wisdom. Being able to... This isn't the direct realization of emptiness. This is like indirect, like conceptual.
Indirect.
Yeah.
Sharab is very important. Sharaji parashima mewa yinna, paji ngam shima nga yawa yinna, sanji toku maris, that's the tonaris.
Yeah. So
Sharab,
yeah.
Sharab mena, pashi nga is, if you have not,
if you have the first five perfections without any wisdom,
you will never ever get each ultimate. Zobi shanchu, topper many base.
Yeah, you are unable to achieve perfect enlightenment, like complete enlightenment.
Now how you got it?
What does sharab mean?
Wisdom.
Wow, shut up. Tab down deshin, kosu motobi, sharab goma jatin. Not tab. Tab means this is what we have tab and sharab, okay? Tab means
the method. This is he's talking about method and wisdom. So just to translate the Tibetan word, sorry. So top, now he's talking about method.
Tab and method. There's a top down deshin, kosu moto. Tab means shanchu semba ije.
So method in this case means bodhicitta, compassion, and so on. Okay. These are the method.
Also, the other 6.
The other 6 perfections.
5.
Yeah. 5. Yeah, 5. Sorry. Yeah, there's 6.
Top. Okay, top. Now sharab means.
Inji Tongbi?
Yeah.
So then, I thought you said Inji Tongbi. I was like, oh, really? Anyway, so what wisdom means is the mind which realizes emptiness. That's what wisdom means.
Now here there's a top down deshin. Course means what? Gomja. the subject of meditation.
Yeah.
Then Gombabu,
Yeah, the meditator.
person.
The meditator.
Then how you meditate?
Gomche, Gomche, Gomcha, Gompa,
Gomsen,
Gomsu.
Gomja, Gombabu. What is it? Gomja, Gombabu, Gomsen.
Gomtu. Okay.
How
So
do you do it?
he's what he's explaining here are when it says the three spheres. So what the three spheres mean are the object of meditation, the meditator, and the means of meditating.
더 숨어서 못 떠발나? 다 내가 맞다.
So non-conceptual, it says in the English, which does not conceive the three spheres. The not conceive, non-conceptual in this case means not to take them to be demba drubaro. Yeah, to be empty of true establishment, of being truly established. Okay, so this meditation, which realizes the emptiness of things being truly established, is what we call the perfection of wisdom.
Okay?
What was the third? Yeah, what was the third?
So he said the Gomcha, Ra?
The meditator.
Gomcha, Gompabo, Gomtul. So the object of meditation, the meditator. So I think this is like the three spheres means basically the thing which is being focused on, the person who's doing the focusing, and then the actual act that bridges the two. So the means of focusing or the way in which it's being focused.
Okay? This is everybody loves to meditate emptiness. This is very important. But now we need to know what's emptiness.
Yeah.
Right?
What is it?
Yes, what is emptiness? How you meditate your emptiness? Right? 다 그래. 곰자, 곰바보, 곰수 쓴데 다 같이 다 내만 맞고 곰고 그래서.
So this is
탑 이제다. 샤치고 쓴거 쓴데 다 코스 넘어만 도다. 내만 맞고 곰나. 다 대셔를 봐시면 곰고 그래서.
Okay, so he's giving further explanation of the perfection of wisdom. So when you meditate and you take the three spheres that are mentioned here, so the object of an action, the actor who is doing the action, and then the means of connecting the two, the act itself between the two, when you analyze those and you see that they are not truly established, or for example, when you engage in any of the 5 lower perfections, with the same type of analysis, while you engage in that perfection, generosity, patience, etc., while analyzing the object of that generosity or patience, the person who is performing the generosity or patience, and the means of performing the generosity or patience, and see them all as being not truly established, this is called the perfection of wisdom.
Okay.
Just meditating in that way is the perfection of wisdom.
탑 and shut up have to go together.
Yeah. So those previous 5 are also the method. So when you apply the meditation on the non-true establishment of those 3 spheres to the methods, the previous 5, then you're putting together wisdom and method at the same time.
조직을 남전하래야. 좋아?
Yeah, this is from the Bodhi Pata Pradipa by Lamp on the Path to a
탑답자비 shut 탑.
Could we recap the 5 perfections? Could we just reiterate them?
But let me finish the verse. I'm sorry. We'll finish the verse and then we'll do it. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, because he already started. So, wisdom without method, method without wisdom.
아니, 대대대기 딱 고아라 다 말했어.
So,
강신 치와 시 송바스 다.
Yeah. So, anyway, method without wisdom, wisdom without method, these things will not lead to the end of samsara.
Therefore, you are not abad.
So you Yeah. So you must have both of them.
Therefore?
Yeah, therefore. But then yiga, pang gocha. So therefore, don't give up either one of those. Yeah, okay. It's a negative. Don't give up either one. You have to have both. So when you go to do wisdom, you can't let go of the method. You have to keep doing it while you're doing the wisdom. So then this guy, the
okay, what is it?
Komitiwati, ngama, parchin nga karayati, jimba, sutrim, soba, gom,
yeah, jimmy parchin.
So the first one is generosity. The second one is ethics, right?
Yeah.
The third one is patience, yeah. And then the fourth one? Perseverance, that's what I feel.
Joyful.
Joyful perseverance. And then the fifth one is serenity, single-pointed concentration. Or meditation, they just call it meditation. Sorry.
Also,
yeah, so then this is also from Loma Tsongkhapa, if you don't have this eye, which is able to realize emptiness, able to see emptiness, then you can't have the lamp of wisdom which dispels the darkness of ignorance.
Also,
so this is also stated in a verse from the three principal aspects of the path, where it says, then in the verse if you are so renunciation, bodhicitta, even if you meditate on those, if you have renunciation and bodhicitta, you can't cut the root of existence of samsara. Therefore, you have to have the realization of dependent origination, which is dendel dang tongmani. So basically, he's using in this particular verse, he says dependent origination, but this is standing in place for emptiness. These two are interrelated with each other in a profound way, according to Tsongkhapa.
Okay. Now we have to identify the emptiness.
It should be easy, no problem.
How we do meditation emptiness? Just we say, oh, nothing exists.
How do we do it?
We say, we think, we say, nothing exists. And this is what's the meditation of emptiness?
You think about make prayers to Tara to help you, and then go out into the woods by some running water, a river. And then,
yeah, this way we can keep to the environment.
Yeah.
It's good. Anyway, I don't know, how can you say?
Think about the way that everything, like I'll like deconstruct myself or a car or something and realize that none of it is independent of anything else. So you can take apart a car piece by piece. You take the wheels off, and then you take the doors off, and then you take the windows off, and then you take and then is it still a car, and like that kind of thing. So you can think about dependent arising in that way. Does that make sense?
Yeah, this makes sense.
So we have the view that realizes the all phenomena first. So Togme da. Yeah. Oh, datsam, Togme datsam. Oh, yeah. Sorry, that was a completely wrong translation. Yeah. The phrase is all phenomena are merely imputed by name only.
For example, we are everybody morning get up, go to bathroom, sit up.
Yeah.
We say, to put something right.
Yeah.
We see our face there. It's inside the mirror. This face is real also or not? What do you guys say?
Yeah, so he's asking the same question again. The face that you perceive in the mirror, is it really a face or not?
What do you think, Dolores? Reflection of the face. You show this, not your face?
It's just a reflection.
A reflection.
What's that?
It's not the face.
Reflection.
Or is it a reflection of the Lord?
Shadow.
Yeah, shadow.
If you put, however you see that your face in the mirror, you put the makeup. That you make up your face, right? The coach was.
Yeah, so he's saying like if the face,
really?
If the face which appears in the mirror is real,
not real.
No.
If we can,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if the face is real in the reflection, and you apply makeup to that face, it should be applied to your own. Is that what you're saying?
No.
It's been a long time since I applied makeup to myself in the morning.
Anyway.
If you are saying the face in the mirror is not real, right?
Not real.
Yes.
But whatever we see the face that we make up.
On our own face, though.
Yeah.
Not on that face.
But we don't make up for that.
On the mirror.
We make up for here.
Yeah.
Whatever we see, this kind of face we make up. Then that's all. That's what make up your coach was.
So,
우리 그래 네 저나 먼저 취탄 좀 도배 따서 그래서 옛날에 말도 나나 좀 열어. 근데 나도 사야 돈에 그래 그나도 고쳐를 소통을. It not existing on the side.
Yeah. So he's saying like even though the face in the mirror isn't real, but we still use that to apply makeup to our own face. It still works. So in the same way, although all phenomena in the world are merely imputed by conceptuality, we can still go from place to place, we can still eat food, we can still like do things, build things. So it still functions.
Right.
Yes.
Therefore, now we think about it. We doesn't think. We say, oh, the face, oh, this is not my face. We say, easy, we can maybe understand. Other phenomena, we think, just the maybe
they exist. So they exist. They are established by their own They're actually established or
inherent existence.
Inherent existence. Yeah, thank you. They're established inherently from their own side. Rangingune literally means from its own side.
Everybody heard this? Even you can check. If you have someone, usually maybe we just say, how can they exist? We doesn't see. Just see that person. Oh, he's Ed. He has a white hat, glass. Yeah, he's the we can just see this. But maybe one day you angry one your enemy. That's how you see this person. You see very exaggerated also he will kill me.
So he's saying like the
different was North Carolina.
Yeah, so he's saying that the appearance of things can be different. So it may be at one point you can say conceptually like, yes, sure, like it doesn't exist from its own side, but sometimes when things exist, for example, your enemy, it strongly appears as if it's really from its own side, it's an enemy. It's his fault. Like he's definitely wrong, and like all of these types of things. So.
We can see it just here's white hat, nothing
Mustache.
Mustache. What beard? You don't see much or he's.
Yeah. So usually we are not thinking along the lines of whether or not he's established from his own side or not. We don't think about those things. We just see him like, oh, there's Ed. He looks like that.
So now when this strong touch comes, when we angry or when we don't touch this object, that we see all this exists in their own side.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's right. Exactly right.
and we have to check something now. Just check how can what's that?
Yeah. How does it appear? How do things appear? And the appearance varies. Like the strength of the appearance of its truly established existence changes according to the kind of arisal of afflictions, I think is the example he's giving. So
Therefore, not so that when you're not we have maybe some attachment with angry. This person, he or she was some object. This is existence inherently. Then they're always there. We want to see always there. We want to also everybody see together senses.
So he's saying like if people or things that we see that we hate or are attached to are really truly established from their own side inherently, then they should always appear the same way. There shouldn't be this discrepancy and one day you can like someone and the next day hate someone. That shouldn't happen. Moreover, the appearance that you see should be shared in common with everyone else who sees that person. So there should be no discrepancy between two people, saying like, yeah, he's a jerk. Everyone should see him as a jerk if he really is. Yeah, so this is the object.
No. If we have some object to attachment.
Yeah, yeah, the object which gives rise to attachment.
First, we can see that very, very strong to emotion.
Yeah.
Then it is a real existence or whatever it appears. No.
No, as it appears.
As it appears. Then always there, same. But maybe 2 days, 3 days, 4 or 5 days, then you have less touch. Then 1 month, then 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, then you forget. Right? They show this object is not exist their own side.
Yeah.
If this is their own side, they are always there. We have to. But this we have to thinking logically. Be very easy to what's that?
Intellectually understand, right?
Understanding. No, understand.
Just to think, right?
Usually we say easy. It's emptiness, everything's emptiness.
Yeah.
That's very easy. But real go to inside to thinking, then very difficult to understand. We were hospitalized. No eyes, no ears. Yeah, no eyes here. Ears here. Means what? No,
Yeah, so what this means when it says no eyes, no ears, etc., it means not as they appear. Not as they appear.
When you got it, then you are very easy to free from samsara.
Yeah, so when you have the mind that grasps that things do not appear as they exist, then it's very easy to go out of samsara.
Okay?
Okay.
We're still stuck in samsara.
Are you
samsara.
Oh, wow.
what do we say?
We're still in samsara.
Oh yeah, of course.
For a long time.
But, this is a very good opportunity to study. We have very strong interest. Right now, we have samsara, always upside down. But we put very good interest. Maybe when Buddha material come in, then maybe we are the first disciples. Right? Okay? Then, there were a lot of things said this emptiness, but maybe too complicated. Just we learn something to think about. Then, do you have homework?
You didn't send.
Really?
The one from last week, we didn't.
Yeah, we still didn't do homework from last
Last
time.
time.
We have last week.
There's no homework.
There was no homework.
Yeah.
There was no homework.
But there was homework that we didn't do last week, wasn't it?
There was homework for last week and we didn't do it.
I don't know if I had.
Ah. It's
Just
okay.
like-
Get it.
Can I ask a question?
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
There is a conventional self that experiences happiness and suffering, and we're accumulating positive and negative, but that's a conventional self, correct?
Convention for.
근속의 다. This is just merely imputed by
Right.
conceptual mind.
Right, but we have to use.
Yeah, they say that. Yeah,
Then we
those
have.
conventionally things exist.
Conventionally, right. Now, we have to work with our own consciousness as it is now. Okay, so that we can understand emptiness, I think.
Okay.
But we only really can do it by inferring things. Not really, we don't realize, I mean, I don't understand realization. Maybe I won't in this, probably won't in this lifetime, but, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. But we don't, through the consciousness that we have now, that we can recite all those things you just said and read them and say it back to you.
Yeah.
And say, oh, I understand that, I understand it, but we don't realize it.
Yeah.
And you're
Ngato
asking if
kana
that's true?
Yeah,
di
is that true? Yeah.
대신ship이 니고 틱 ngato hako tugi yene
Yes.
hako
I
dila
don't
kare
understand.
문에 하고 마서 디 문에 독법민도 ngato 돈이 독법민도 ngato 기 셰바 kare 근속의 셰바 di kare 틱네 by means of words. How can you say we can understand? Yeah, we can understand the word and we can say the word, but our mind, the kunzobe sheba, doesn't see it directly. So that's what she's asking, like, how can we get to that point, I think, right?
Well, I think that's what I'm asking. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The curry, the Tony Tobe Shira, the Jefak Kobidura.
First you have to check.
Yeah, so this I'm asking just, you mentioned inference.
Yeah.
So I'm asking, you need inference in order to be able to realize the
Yeah.
wisdom realizing emptiness, and he's saying, yeah, first you start with that. Yeah.
First you have to doubt.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah,
somebody
this is
says, give you some reason.
Mhm.
Then you think, oh yeah, this is correct. Then jump again as well.
Yeah, then you have inference is born from that.
Right.
But this is good, the doubt. You have to have doubt first. I think that's
If
great.
you have not doubt, you don't have anything feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you have doubt, then you check.
Right.
Then someone reason, give you some reason. If you take check,
Huh?
then you are more, what you say? More.
Convinced.
More
Convinced. Yeah. Conviction, I think.
Yeah, analysis
Pakpala,
leads to
Yeah.
conviction.
Pakpala, the kare,
Nagarjuna.
the shigyapa. Shigyapa. Yeah, umu shigyapa le the pakpala, the tezom the gyopo jara. Tezom yena? Dene?
Yeah, 퇴중 고르죠.
Tsik yang should
Yeah,
have
I-
yene tsik yang yere.
Yeah, I don't say. Anyway,
There is a-
퇴중 고르죠. 퇴중 고르죠. 퇴중.
Yeah, we must have doubt. We need to have doubt. There is a verse, I can't remember it, but in Aryadeva's 400 about doubt,
Stanzas, yeah.
where he says that doubt is like the king of everything. If you have doubt, it's like having a twinge through your whole body. It's like shakes the foundation of samsara.
Also in monastery, teachers say, if you are not doubt always is then you don't understand much.
Yeah.
Then teachers say us.
Yeah.
You say, oh yeah, awesome, yeah. No, then you don't understand much. You have some doubt, then you have some understand.
Yeah.
Okay?
I have a quick question.
Okay, you can do.
You mentioned, Geshe, you mentioned that you have neutral karma or unwavering karma. I understand the positive karma, negative karma, but neutral karma, can you give me an example of neutral karma?
Miyawele. Yeah.
무효vel에는 따스. 가라가 너무 좋다
Yeah. The example that he gave of those, like, so he was talking about karmas primarily in terms of like the rebirths that result from them. So the result of the unwavering karma, the example he gave were the form and the formless realms.
Okay. So the neutral would be reborn in the same realm that you are. The karma did not change.
No, form and formless realms are not. We are not in the form or formless realm. We are in what's called the desire realm. So there is those when we talked about serenity meditation, single-pointed concentration, the attainments that you can achieve from very high levels of that meditation are rebirth or entry into the form and formless realms, which are characterized by extremely subtle experiences. Like the form realm alone, you have a body, but it's an extremely rarefied form. So there is no gross pain or suffering or any of these. And then each realm, as it goes higher, gets more and more subtle. And then the formless realm, there is some debate over this. You can look it up in textbooks, but they call it the formless realm. So basically the idea is you don't have a body anymore. Technically they say you do, but anyway.
But that's not neutral isn't a good English word.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's saying you don't have a form aggregate, but you still have the other aggregates.
So this would be bringing you a positive, would bring you into those into the other form and formless realm.
I think the reason
the neutral one would keep you wherever.
Positive is.
It's not neutral. It's non-wavering karma isn't neutral. It has to do with karma of the form and formless realm, where you're definitely to be reborn in those realms, and that it doesn't waver. Whereas other karma, depending on causes and conditions, can cause you to be reborn in different realms.
Okay.
It's not neutral. I don't think the non-wavering. I don't think it's neutral.
Okay.
How do you get there? What brings you?
Because it's positive karma. You need to accrue positive karma to be born there.
Kare sukam dan sumedi kam nala kena di kare di sonam gile mebe miyole. So he's saying even to be born there is already the non-wavering karma causes you to be born there.
But it's not neutral then.
Yeah. So the virtuous karma causes you to be born as a human. I'm sorry, not to say virtuous, I need to be clear. Meritorious karma causes you to be born as a human, and then the non-meritorious karma causes you to be born in those lower rebirths. So. Okay, so he's saying like if you, when you are in the form and formless realm, you don't accumulate the negative karma to be born in the lower realms, and you don't accumulate the positive karma to be born as a human, or the meritorious karma to be born as a human. So you are in like a kind of, quasi-conscious, half-asleep, this weird state, and these are really subtle, like kind of mental states there. So you're passing the time there. That's why it's called like unwavering. It's not really going one direction or another. Then sukam dan sukmekam shidu, kirong ngendrola jotukin, right? Kirong sukam dan sukmekam kejela, then shidu, kirong wala jotukin, right?
근데 다 실어봐도 되는 거예요. 실어봐도 먼저 나봐야 나 나한테 너무 말했어. 고 내줘. 다 실어봐도 쓰지 돈나 다와 돈을 줘요. 다 단다 쓰지도 단다 누가 봐. 거기 다 양분들 내내 고 대죠.
So he's saying like actually if you're a Buddhist and you are born into those realms, you're not going to go down. You're not going to be born down from there. You will either come back to human rebirth or you will continue working on the path. If you are an outsider, like a non-Buddhist, they consider that to be liberation actually. So they have no other motivation really, like nothing else that's going to prevent them from falling down. So they spend a huge amount of time, their lifespan there is like incredibly long. And then at the end, like when their karma burns out, and then they realize they're going down, they say, oh my God, this isn't good, and then down they go, born in a lower realm, because they have no positive karma left. They used it all up to be born there. So while they don't, the sukam dan sukmekam kare dedu, kirong gewo dan nigewele sagimari. Yeah. So although while you are born in the form and the formless realm, you don't actually accumulate any virtuous or non-virtuous karma. Tene the mune kewa kewe migewe dam gewe le. But you still have the residual like virtuous and non-virtuous karma from previous lives, hanging around. So once the karma that got you born into that place plays itself out, the only other karmas left are either virtuous or non-virtuous, and then you go down.
And that's for non-Buddhist.
Yeah, basically.
when we keep a karma body, then we have some meditation. Then people explain to Samdha Tangpo, Sumba.
Yeah, so these are the first through the fourth mental absorptions, the jhanas.
Then we think, we want to born there again. Then we meditation to do some actions. Then we born there. Then Samdha Tangpo said, Ane, Kukachur. Samdha Tangpo, Samdha Tangpo said, Yapo, Tanam Dewali, Yapa Yapo Medu. Something Tampo Yapon to something else. Not Chilesana. Tea letting go Sunday Tampo care less hours. That's Sunday Tampo said, Sunday Tampo, something Nipayad. Tampo Rapa. So to me, I get over as well.
Yeah, so this is something as a commonly said thing, which is like you might have Buddhists who achieve like some meditation like this, serenity, calm abiding meditation, then they can achieve these first through the fourth absorptions, the jhanas. And they may think like, when I die, I want to be born in this jhana. It's like a state of mind, like a deep absorption. So they may be born there, but then when they're there, they start noticing through their existence there, hey, this, first the motivation is like the desire realm, what's below there, it sucks. There's a lot of suffering and they want to get something nicer. So they get born in the first absorption, which is, a subtle, very peaceful state of mind. But then while they're there, they start thinking, actually this first absorption is a little bit rough. The second absorption looks nicer. So then they create some karma to move up. So this is, I think even in all of the Buddhist systems, they have this. Even Theravada Buddhism says the same thing, that when you enter these absorptions, there's a point where you start noticing the roughness of the absorption that you're in, and naturally start to move towards a more subtle absorption. And then once you get there, you feel satiated for a bit. But then again, you start noticing that one is rough compared to, it could be more subtle. And then you move up through the first, second, third, fourth absorptions, and then into the form and formless realm. So
they are wrong, okay?
Can I read a thing on the non-moving karma that Jeffrey Hopkins has a really clear paragraph? Okay, so he's really clear. So he says, based on ignorance with respect to the nature of the person, an action of meditative stabilization projects or provides the power for happy migration in a form or formless realm. It is a meritorious action which is called unmoving because and so that's what he's translating as non-wavering, unmoving, because its effect can reach fruition only in the type of life and level for which it was projected, this corresponding to the type of meditative stabilization. An example of an unmoving action is a deed of meditative absorption in the first concentration that projects an effect included within the first level of the form realm, and will only ripen in the first level of the form realm, as opposed to an example of a moving action, which is a deed such as murder that projects an effect included within a bad migration, but it may not actually ripen in a bad migration. It might ripen in a human life, but with great human suffering. And therefore, meritorious and non-meritorious actions are moving because their projected effects and their actual effects are not necessarily the same type of life and level. Whereas this is always the same type of life and level.
Okay.
What is it?
Yeah. That's too much to summarize.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Mioele di gewele chi gogidu. Di dene kare di Samdha Tangpo kejela. Dene kirangi le mio le tangma Samdha Tangpo la kare. Yeah, di drama. Tene di sonam gile tang sonam yembele Tene di nike yoele. Di kade kirang mi kedu, kirang mi shik suna. Tene di le di la kare mi kewa nala.
Yeah, take also the also.
Yene kirang nela drove to be.
Yeah.
Yangna kare mi kewa nala kare debu yongna.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to translate this. Anyway, my brain is. Yeah, so he's saying like the virtuous karma and non-virtuous karma. It's not non-moving karma isn't saying that it's not virtuous or non-virtuous. No, yeah, so he's just saying like these virtuous or not virtuous. I have to keep the terminology straight. It's meritorious and non-meritorious karma. The reason that unwavering karma is given a name is because it's neither of those two. And those two have some particulars to them, like Jeffrey Hawkins explained in the book, about being able to, they can ripen in this life or in another life, or they can lead to rebirth somewhere else, whereas the unwavering karma, like he explained there, just stays in the place where it is. It doesn't go anywhere else.
Well, the projected effect and the actual effect are always the same with non-wavering karma, whereas with meritorious and non-meritorious, the projected effect and the actual effect can be different, depending on other causes and conditions.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah. I trust you.
Yeah.
I trust Jeffrey Hopkins.
Yes. Don't trust me.
I have one question.
Does every meditator go through the 4 absorptions, and only the meditator with compassion as a motivation comes out of them?
Tene gomba putsangma di samten shi la jokure. Tene gomba bode name tene vi kashe kare ninje kunlong yuzang koso samten shi jela yamgyar ana kanesmire dokam yangmina kamshela ketukinde. Yeah, he's So he said, yeah, a lot of Buddhist people, first Buddhist people do these meditations, and they do go like even to the peak of Site, the pinnacle of existence. That's like the highest of the meditations in the form realm, and then they may even go beyond the form, in the desire realm. Excuse me. Then they may go even beyond the desire realm into the form and formless realm, but they will be reborn elsewhere. So Buddhist people regularly.
Because of their motivation.
Kunong chidu. Yunsen kareli sukam down sumekam kejela. Tina karacheni nambe mi kare mike middle rinpoche younger ratugi me.
Many Rambuchi are not on the money, the Lemo Sasha. The Lejo Sasha, Yamati, Pachamini, I don't know, Michi, Jetokos.
So he said,
me, caught something to take up in the summer. Kuma no Sasha was.
In number, Kiran Lapson, the number, something she gomgure. Then something tango young, something nibala, kejela. Then number they told young Kiara me. Middle River Ratu
Yeah.
Then I call me the Chiroba console the something called Sukams or Sumekam or Kejela console Shidu, and so on.
Console character is sitting in Tona, Tarbato.
Yeah.
They take Tarbatona, Consulta, Devatan. What's that? Really happiness.
Yeah.
You know, sitting in the tunnel, call it wire was.
Yeah. So I think it has to do. He's saying like the outsiders, the non-Buddhists, they achieve these meditations, and they can be reborn in these like form and formless realm. But for them, that's liberation. That's not suffering. For Buddhists, that's samsara. I mean, like the way that the experience of it is still, I'm in samsara. But for these non-Buddhist people, that's the end of the path for them. They feel that they've achieved liberation, so they are happy and kind of content there, and they don't do anything further to expiate, negative karma or to move anywhere else besides there. They just kind of hang out and burn out all of that good karma in that life, and then all that's left are residue from previous karmas that are negative, so they get born in lower realms. Buddhists, on the other hand, I think the assumption is Buddhists, on the other hand, even if they're born into one of these realms, because they've, in order to achieve that state of meditation anyway, you should have already achieved some understanding of the suffering of samsara. So you can identify this is not actually the end of the path. So you're not going to, just because you are born there, you don't quit.
그래서 간세 실업방에서 찡에도 강가찌로 하고 some arts Buddhism they don't have, I don't know, they're all they're born or not.
Yeah. So he's saying some of them can be born in the higher realms. It doesn't mean
what's lower.
Yeah, lower.
It means they're all they're born, I don't know.
Yeah. So you understood, right? Some of them may be born in lower realms, but that doesn't necessarily mean all of them. Maybe some of them, their karma burns out and they have like some virtuous karma left, and they may be born somewhere else. But the point is, like, they haven't continued to work on a path toward liberation because they think they're done. Whereas Buddhists are still working on a path, so they're trying to work toward liberation. A Buddhist doesn't mistake the absorptions or the form and formless realm for nirvana.
Even a Hinayana's right?
No, nirvana is not in the form or formless realm. The Nyangyan le deba, the teg member, young Nyangyan le deba, the sukam yang, sumekam, kandisumire, tuba, mistake. Can they make a mistake?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Yeah. I think even the Hinayanas people,
no.
Nirvana is outside of samsara.
No.
Well, I don't know if that's true, but anyway, it's not the same as samsara.
Mark?
Okay.
No, Mark, I think Mark had a question.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, no, Mark. Oh, sorry.
If sometimes you can have a realization and you can have a good meditation or have a direct insight into emptiness every once in a while, a little bit. What do you do if you can't do it all the time? If you try very hard and you try to go back and to do it again, but you can't. What am I doing wrong?
What are you talking about?
Because I have this taste on my tongue from having the direct insight into emptiness many times, but I can't get it back, and I can't keep it.
That time,
What am I doing wrong?
That time you are not enough to merit.
Yeah, morality.
Do more pause session, do more practice, then try again.
Yeah. Yeah, if you don't have the merit, then it's not going to happen.
Yeah, this is something, need more merit.
The thing he said at the very beginning today, he was talking about the accumulation, right? If you have to have the accumulations. The reason
purification and
accumulations are merit and wisdom. So if you only have the one, on one side, then without the other one to support it, it's hard to keep it.
Okay.
The form and formless realms, are they part of samsara?
Yes.
They are.
Yeah.
It's part of samsara.
They are part of samsara.
Yeah.
Okay, then just a curiosity. When they say if there are 6 realms you can be born in, the 3 lowest, demigod, where in those 6 realms?
They're above. So the 6 realms are all part of the desire realm,
Yeah.
and then the lower God realms are actually part of the desire realm, and then a bunch of God realms are in the form realm, and then there are more God realms in the formless realm. The God realms are broken up by levels.
So in the God realms, right? That's
Yeah, but so it's all God realms. high God realms.
I don't know.
But
Is Sukam dan Sumekam like Yawara? Yeah, these are divine rebirths. Like,
Okay, so you're
Like
born into
your-
one of the very, very high, formless God realms.
yeah.
My understanding was that sooner or later, all of the gods leave that. There goes one now. Sooner or later, all of the gods leave that realm, but now I think what I heard is that some of those gods, some of those people born into those very high, formless realms, because of the unwavering karma, never leaving.
I don't think,
No,
no. That's a misunderstanding, I think.
Okay, okay, then they just,
The unwavering karma means, at least from what Sultram read before, I think it means like once they enter, like let's say you're a human being, you can actually enter the formless absorption.
here, yeah.
Yeah, so you have a human body, but you essentially, through your meditation, you go into the formless realm. When you finish that absorption, you stand up and walk around. So while you are there in that absorption, you might do some activity mentally, whatever motivations you have, and the karma from that activity will only ripen as more experience of that realm. So it means like the actions which are done in that realm only ripen as experiences of that realm, but it doesn't mean that you will live forever there. This gets into like the complicated details of how karma works. There's a particular karma that determines lifespan, like where you're born and how long you will live there. So that's only one karma that acts. There are causes and conditions that might prolong it a little bit, but generally that karma is like the boss of how long you're going to live where you are now. And when it's over, it's over. So, and then after that, whatever's up next, it's kind of like the batting order of karma.
Actually, did you understand his question?
I think so.
Okay.
I'm sorry. That's
No, he explained. I agree him.
Sorry.
I agree him. Okay.
Sorry.
Pema
I
kala
just wanted to make sure he did.
Did
Pema?
Pema is in the Sukam. Sumekam.
Okay.
Okay.
방은 다음 시간 들으시면. Okay. Maybe we little bit change the time. Maybe we stop here.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you, Geshe.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Geshe.
Geshe.
Thank you very much. Also specific to thank you very much for Mr. Andy.
Any mistaken thoughts that people got from my bad translations? It's I hope the karma will come to me and not you. So.
So future also, whenever we need,
Yeah.
please.
Substitute?
What is substitute?
It's like
When Damshu is gone,
Whenever we need some or other place,
I will try to get better before
Please,
then.
thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Andy.